What's going on, folks? We are back like an hour later. So Wednesdays, or sorry, Fridays are going to be nice and busy for your boy. So I am using the link in the description, but where is it? All right. So I just dropped the link into in terms of the in terms of I just dropped the link for which weigh-in stream that I'm going to be using. All right. We got the weigh-ins kicking off very shortly here. It looks like Bob Ross is up first. And let's see how this goes down. I got some cool things like to keep us on track. Yeah, we'll see very shortly. Pena up first. Looks energetic, amped up. How he makes this weight class always is beyond me. $155 on the nose for Pena. Let's see who's up next. Abdulrazak Al Hassan up on the scales. If you guys remember, this is his first fight up at 185. He's on the scale. $185 on the nail. Looks good. Looks a little bit, obviously, a little bit more meat on his bones. He used to be super shredded at 170. Looking good on the scales. 185, nice and full. Whittaker on the scale up next. Let's see what he looks like. Alfred. Shh. 185.5. Good on the scale. They're all banging away nice and quickly. I'm liking this. Jacob Malkoun up next. I believe he's going to be fighting at 185 as well. Going up against Razak Al Hassan. Looks good on the scale. Nice hairy chest. 185.5 for him as well. Not a bad look. Not a bad look. Jeremy shot up next. Guys are just banging it out. I'm loving it. Looks good. Looks big. Doesn't seem 85.5 for Mearshard as well. They got who do they got? They keeping it rolling. Alexander Munoz up on the scale. Looks good. Looks strong. Again, always very tough with the masks on to truly get a good feel. 55.5 for Alex Munoz. Looks good on the scales, looks strong, high activity. Next up, Lupito Godinez making her UFC debut against veteran Jessica Penne. Let's see what Godinez looks like on the scale. Moving well. Seems active. Seems like she's getting good spirits. 116. She looks all right. No real concerns there. All right, 8th Street Fighter in a row. They're keeping it rolling. I'm loving this. Yes, I am typing something because I'm trying to document this. Jeremy Stevens takes the max off. 156. I'm sure he's happy that he doesn't have to cut down to featherweight anymore. On the scale, looks active, high energy, good to go. So 8 fighters down within 5 minutes, and it's not slowing down. We got Bartos Fabinski coming right up. Let's see what he looks like on the scales here. Big dude, as always. 84.5. Never really had an issue making weight in the past. 10th fighter coming up. We got Zara Farn. Down to 135 pounds again, like she used to fight on the regional scene. Looking nice. Looking good in terms of her weight, body posture, everything looks good. She looks a little bit pissed off at the weigh-in operator for making her step off the scale and not hopping right back on. She looks in good shape, nice and cut up, lean. Ooh, she misses. 147. I swear to God, this is a 135-pound fight. No, what am I missing? 147. It seems like the MMA junkie stream has started cutting out. That's weird. Huh. This is weird. Wow. Josione Nunez coming in at 136. This is weird. It doesn't seem like they even said anything about Farron missing weight by 11 pounds. Holy fuck. Did she not get the memo? Did she think this was at 145? That fight is more than likely going to be canceled. Calvin Gastelum up to the scale now. There must have been a miscommunication, right? There's no way she willingly misses weight by 11 pounds. 85 for Gastelum. God damn. Dakota Bush making his UFC debut on short notice here. Let's see how he looks on the scales. Did not choose to go down a weight or up a weight classes. Some guys do choose for their UFC debut, especially if they're taking it on short notice. Ooh, he looks like he's huffing a little bit. Doesn't look good on the scale. Not a good look. He makes it, but he doesn't look good on the scales. I'll say that. So 9 minutes into the weigh-ins, and we already got 13 fighters that weighed in. I think they got somebody else on deck right now. Yep, it looks like Justine Kish is going to be coming to the scales next. I'm stumped about Farron. God damn. My stream is 1.5 it seems, for Justine Kish. MMA Junkie is slacking with the connection right now. Not really a fan of that. Five and a half for Quiche. You got anybody next? I mean, I'm still stunned about fucking Zara Farn. Like, how do you weigh in over 11 pounds over? Like, you gotta. There must have been some sort of issue, some sort of miscommunication. Looks like the action backstage is slowing down a little bit. I'd be very surprised if they allow Zara Farn to fight. Crazy. Fucking crazy. All right, just give me a second, fellas. I'm just trying to draft something up for you guys, something that I wanted to do for this stream. Um, you guys know I love my visuals. I love trying to make it as clear as possible to you guys. And I got something that I wanted to show, you know, just make sure that we're ahead of schedule right now. So we have 14 fighters that already weighed in. I'd say the two that look the worst, or the one that's definitely looked the worst, is Dakota Bush, who did make the weight, but did not look good on the scales. And then Zara Farn misses by 11 pounds. Her opponent, Josiane Nunes, comes in right afterwards and weighs in at the limit of 136. Um, yeah, so let me see if I can pull this up for you guys. Ba, 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 ba. There it is. You guys know I had to do it to you, right? You guys know I had to do it to you. There it is. Hopefully you guys can see that. So that's pretty much what we have so far in terms of the fighters that have weighed in. Um, Again, everybody making weight, looking good, except Dakota Bush. Doesn't look the greatest on the scales. Zara Farn, again, misses by 11 pounds. Crazy. All right, let's see what the chat has been saying, because it's been hot and heavy with the weigh-ins. One after the other. It would be nice if somebody would give us some sort of statement regarding what the fuck happened with Zara Farn and why she weighed in 11 pounds over. Crazy. Bush, yeah, Bush did not look good on the scales, in my opinion. All right, let's see what the chat is saying. The usuals in the chat. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Patrick Roy here. I'll copy and paste the link that I'm using right now as well. Hopefully that helps you out. Jesse Scott says Alfred looks good. Yeah, that's sorry. Alfred says Robert looks good. Yep. Wangi 77 let us know fast start to the weigh-ins. I agree. Evo Stuff is saying, mad respect for having a dog show. My boy, Sergeant Pepperoni, just passed away. I apologize, man. I've grown so close to Alfred, man. My first ever dog. God, I love him. Some solution saying any lock picks in Bellator tonight. It's on the Patreon, my man. I apologize, but I can't be dropping them here. And be unfair to my Patreon members. Again, it's only $5 a month, and we're also absolutely very close to cracking that 300 patron mark, which is absolutely insane. A couple of days ago, I posted on my Instagram and Twitter that I was at 282, and in that amount of time, I've gained another 5 people, so we're at 287 people on the Patreon right now. Shout out to all you guys. Yeah, I love catching up to the chat and seeing you guys realize that she missed weight as badly as she did. There's no way I thought she willingly weighed in 11 pounds overweight, right? There's no fucking way. That's why she probably looked pissed off on the scales there. Evo Stuff saying, what's the record for weight miss? It's like 12. It was actually that Rafael Alves guy from a couple weeks ago. Let me see what his mate was. 11 and a half pounds. So Alves still has her beat by half a pound, because the weight limit is 136, and I believe for him it was 155. So he weighed in what, 166 or 167 and a half. She only weighed in 147. Not only, but you know what I mean. Kyle Davis in the chat saying, man, you do a lot of streams and uploads. Respect the hustle. This is great. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. This is the hub. This is the MMA YouTube betting hub. I got you guys covered. Bryce D saying Dakota looking crispy. Yeah, he did not look good on the scales at all. DXJC saying Gastelum looks way better than Rob did on the scale. Again, Gastelum doesn't cut weight, right? Rob will always look a little bit more sucked out, obviously, going up against Gastelum here. I'd say Gastelum will always look good on the scale because he's a 170er, let's be honest. Evo Steph saying Rob looked completely fine. Yeah, I thought he looked great. Yeah, Dakota is going to gas out. I'm not feeling so hot about my fucking Dakota push pick on my podcast earlier this week anymore. So I might have to flip that on the Ultimate Weigh-In show that we do tonight. Bryce Diaz saying going to sprinkle Hubbard round 3. Yeah, I believe you. CC0017 is saying I'm pissed. I love the price on Farron. Me too, buddy. Me too. I'd be very surprised if this fight goes any longer, or it actually ends up happening. Urban Men of MJ was saying, I hope you guys are ready for my parlay of the night. I like you guys, so I'm gonna bless y'all again. All right. Hit us with it. Seems like they've definitely slowed down with the weigh-ins so far. Yeah, nobody really getting ready or anything like that. I wish they would actually give us the reasoning and what happened and whether that fight's going to continue on. Alternative stream is MMA Weekly. Yeah. If this continues to share on me, I'll definitely switch over to MMA Weekly. Urban MJ is saying, what's Lock of the Night's name? It is Manpreet. Thank you, Evo Steph, for letting me know. Cole Hughes is saying, maybe it was a bad weight cut. You're killing me. DXJC is saying Rob looked rough as fuck in comparison to Cage Jones because I think Rob looked the same that he normally does, to be honest. You know, nothing was noticeable. It definitely wasn't like Dakota Bush. So, yeah, I'll definitely be switching it up. Not letting you guys know that I'm dropping the graphics. I got to do it, man. I thought it's a good way to keep everybody up to date. Moy's audio saying Farron was eating shawarma and drinking beer last night. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. DXJC saying Dakota made 155 and a half. Is that true? Let me just cross-reference. Nolan King just tweeted out, Zara Farron weighs in at 147 for a 139-pound catch weight. Her opponent, Josiane Nunes, weighed in at 136 on the scale. I feel like you got to scrap that fight at this point, but we shall see. So, yeah, it was actually a 139-pound catch weight, so she missed weight by 8 pounds. Still, even that, I had no idea. I thought it was a 135-pound fight. God, that sucks. That sucks so bad. Let me just confirm Dakota Bush's weight here. 155 and a half. All right. I'll make that change. Thank you for that. Um 155. 5. Here we go. And we're back in business. All right. Urban Men of MJ is saying parlay of the night is Birdcheck, Gravely under 1.5. Interesting. Rear Sharp, Bartos under 2.5. I could see that. Close money line. I'm on Stevens. Obviously, maybe not as a bet, but as a pick. Whittaker by decision. I like that. All right. Good luck, my guy. Good luck, my guy. PayPal is saying Farron fight was updated to catch right before the wins. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I definitely didn't see that, but yeah, that's weird as fuck, man. Especially still missing by that much. That's bad. Tio took it in the chat once again. What's going on, my guy? Moy's audio saying Farron had a rough night with Ngannou, overslept the weight cut. Evo Steph, it feels like you're going to seize at any second during extreme cuts. I've been there. The tremors are real. Bush was likely on death's door. Yeah, he did not look good. He did not look good on the scale. Not just saying, remember, Rafael Alves missed by 11.5 pounds in February. Maybe him and Zara have the same nutritionist. Maybe. So Zara's lucky that this was a 139-pound catch weight. So she only technically missed by 8 pounds. Not as bad as 11.5, but still not that good. I'd be surprised if this fight continues on. Seems like I've pretty much caught up with the live stream here, so I appreciate you guys checking out. Make sure you guys hit that like. Obviously helps us out a lot. Ooh, Isaac Martinez with a old school reference right here, somewhat old school. What about when Markham was 14 pounds overweight and Nate Diaz moved up and took the fight? Yeah, they ultimately like changed the weight of that though, right? So you got a little bit of a leeway there. But yeah, that was bad. I believe that was I want to say no, UFC 129 was when Nate Diaz fought Roy McDonald, right? UFC 129, Roy McDonald at 129. When was a Rory Markham fight? Yeah, the Rory Markham fight, UFC 111, March 2010. That's a callback, my guy. That's a man I can respect right there. Kyle Davis is saying, thinking about getting Patreon, wondering if you'd keep track of your picks and records. Yeah, that's definitely something that I do. And I am transparent as fuck. I am in a hole right now in 2021. Did not start off the year hot at all, but this 7 event winning streak that I'm on right now is definitely helping getting a crack in that. I'm only 10 units down on the year so far compared to the 25 I was about a month ago or 2 months ago. But we're back to the lock of the night style, baby. That's why we're in on streaking right now and I'm hoping to keep it up by sticking with this method. So check it out. I believe my Bet MMA tips record is in the description as well. It looks like we got Romanov coming out now to weigh in. All right, MMA Weekly it is because this fucking junkie stream keeps cutting out. Give me 1 sec, fellas. I'm going to take down that so I can edit it. All right, we got Romanov walking out right now. Book says Alexander Romanov normally does when he's on the scales. 264 for a big Alexander Romanov. He's the 15th fighter to weigh in. We got Austin Hubbard coming to the scales now. Let's see if he looks much better than what his opponent looked like on the scale. Oh, man, he looks good. I must say, this is probably... He's breathing a bit, but, like, physically speaking, I think this is the best shape that I've probably seen him in. And what did he weigh in? 156 for Hubbard. Yeah, Hubbard looked fucking great on the scales there. Suki B saying, anybody look bad besides Farn? What happened to Bush? Bush did not look good on the scales. And Farn, like, she didn't look horrible on the scales, but I just think that she just completely botched that weight cut. You know what I mean? She misses weight by 8 pounds. That's fucking disgraceful. All right, let's see what everybody else is saying here. My guy, Genie, just finished up with Mario Yamasaki, or we'll be doing Yamasaki very shortly. I'll be honest, doing a recording with him around 3 o'clock today, so I'm looking forward to that. Thoughts on that fight now? I don't even know if it's going to go down, man. I just don't think it's going to happen anymore. Wangi77 is saying, I'm just hoping the fight goes down. We all who have bet it have good odds because if it goes on, she will inflate. Yeah, I agree. 139-pound catch rate is a joke. Yeah, it's weird, man. She used to fight at 135 pounds on the regional scene, so this was kind of weird to see that she, decided to take a catch weight first and foremost, and then secondly miss as badly as she did. Nick West is saying, I missed the early wins. Hui fading hard. Hubbard is going to lick Bush, right? Yeah, Hubbard definitely looks much better on the skills. Moy's audio saying Jessica Penne looks very old. Did she already weigh in? Did I miss the weigh-in? Did Jessica Penne weigh in? Yeah, she didn't. She didn't weigh in yet. Ryan Clune is saying, I'm late to the party. Did I hear GM3 didn't look too hot? Any other concerning fighters? I don't think GM3 looked completely bad. I thought he looked fine. Nothing really stood out to me there. DXJC is saying, cut the big woman, add the small woman instead. Yeah, I'm right there. Atom weight will be a very fun division for sure. Evo stuff is saying, Roy raked Nate all night. Nate ended up winning that fight, though. Brian Anthony saying Romanov looks flabby. That's how he always looks. Pascal Gabalt dropping that $6.99 dono. I appreciate it, my guy. Keep it up, sir. Thanks for the content. No worries, brother. You guys know Locky full time is here to stay. So I'm going to be doing a lot of these streams for you guys. Evil Steph Phil Davis been around for forever, but looks 10 years younger than he did 6 years ago. Yeah, black don't crack. That's the saying, right? Jeff Engelhardt is saying, I think Dakota Bush looked bad, Ryan. Yeah. Oh, Jessica Penne coming to the scales. Is my stream behind? She looks like she's breathing a little bit. $116 for Penne. Didn't look the greatest in my opinion, but maybe I'm just looking into it a little bit too hard. I want to switch on over to the MMA Junkie stream again because I'm gonna be honest, their stream looks a lot better. Looks like they might be slightly behind as well, but I don't mind. It's fine. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. AA is saying, can Fabinski not mirror the Chimaev game plan? There is no way he's going to clip him in 13 seconds the way fucking Chimaev did. Joseph Vargas reminding you guys we got 56 live viewers, 63 now. Should be 63 likes too. I appreciate you guys. If you guys can hit that like, it definitely helps. I want to see how popular I can get this live stream. That would be cool. But with that said, I just like building a little bit of a community that we can talk. Urban Men of NJ is saying I should be in their media day with John Morgan. Nah, I don't want to be a media member. Michael Buckenroth is saying, can't wait for the stream tonight. What do you think about Okun sub after round one? I mean, he is Rob's BJJ coach. I know he looked bad against Hawes. If this fight does reach the second round, then yeah, you know, he should be okay. But I think he gets starched in that first round, let's be honest. Brian Anthony saying the stream is lagging for you guys. Shawnee Mack in the chat. My guy. All right, let me pull up this for you guys. I'm going to tweet it out too. Might as well, right? It looks like a nice little piece of graphic. Let me pull it up for you guys here as well. All right, there it is. Jose Lopez is saying, I'm supposed to be working, brother. You don't got to watch me. You can at least just listen to me. Let me get rid of this first and foremost. All right. And then let me tweet out this picture so people can. So we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fighters left. Let's see if I can list those fighters. Waiting for who are we waiting for? We're waiting for Arlovsky. Waiting for close. Waiting for Sherman. Waiting for Cortez. We are waiting for Espino. Burchak. Gravely. I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Let me tweet this bitch out. I might as well tweet out the live chat link, right? See if we can stir up some more people to come in to watch. Chat with us. Gotta say, I am impressed with myself. All right, looks like it's pretty dead behind the scenes, so then there's not much going on. Let's see what the chat is saying here. Ty Drucken is saying you seem much more invested and knowledgeable since going full time. Keep up the good shit, my man. I feel like I've always been invested and knowledgeable. I'm just able to put out more content now for you guys, so that's definitely the biggest change. And then obviously doing Bellator stuff for you guys too. Brian Anthony is saying, how safe is Whittaker Gastelum over 1.5 to throw into parlay? I think it's a good spot, man. I think it's going to be a somewhat slow paced fight early. I do like the over 1.5. I'm sure it's chalky as fuck, but I do like it. Urban Man of MJ is saying, just say, man, you got a perfect interview voice. Oh, no, man. I used to do podcasting or at least radio for my college radio station like 10 years ago. I had guys like Helwani on, I had Sam Stout on, I had Michael Chandler on at one point, which I don't even remember. But yeah, it was a great time. I'm not the biggest on interviewing people, though. I don't feel like interviewing is my strong suit. I just like being on a panel of guys and talking about fights and shit. So yeah. Appreciate you guys helping me out, letting me know who is still missing. I think we pretty much got it, though. Wangi77 is saying, Lock never stops to grind, my man. Multitasking and giving us the highest quality layouts and content. I'm trying. I'm trying. CC Triple C is saying, can't afford any more misses. Let's at least keep it at 11 this time. I agree. Ty Drucken is saying, I don't want to be that guy, but where's Alfred? Alfred is sitting in his little. We got like this turtle shell type of bed for him, and I got him plopped down over there. Maybe near the ending of the stream, I'll call him up on here and show him off to you guys. My little wiener dog. God, I love him. So yeah, it looks like yeah, we are getting some delay with the all right, I'm going back. I apologize, guys. I'm going back to the MMA weekly stream. They are not like, I don't think they have a better view than MMA Junkie, but they're definitely getting a better connection than MMA Junkie. So that's enough for me. All right. AA is saying, you ever consider doing card breakdowns from main fight down to prelims instead of opening with the prelims? I like building up. I don't like splashing that big thing to you guys right away. With that said, I timestamp everything after the fact, right? So if you guys are looking for a specific fight, you guys can just go to the description. Timestamps are always there. You guys can skip to the main event if that's what you want to hear first, and then go on from there. Brian Anthony, I just want to see Cortez on the scale so I can put my bet in. She's chalky as fuck now, though, right? Isn't she up to like minus 350? I thought I saw somebody saying she's a minus 350 now. Let's see where she's at. Tracy Cortez minus 280. Again, I don't mind that line. I think she should win, man. I truly think she's a very good spot. PayPal, my money, DFS is saying, bring the dog out. You guys really want him right now? You guys want offer right now? He's snoozing over there. You want me to bug him right now? Frank, Joe, okay. I apologize. I'm just going to say, Frank, what do you figure the biggest upset is going to be this weekend? Ooh, good question. Biggest upset. Do you want to include Bellator in there? Because if you throw Bellator in there, I think you could definitely see an upset in the main event with Phil Davis. Odds wise, Sean Asher could potentially pull off the upset. You know, it's heavyweights, 2 low level heavyweights, big power. Either guy could go out. And then for the UFC side of things, I think Gastelum is kind of live, not with the greatest of confidence, but I could definitely see him landing a bomb of some sort. And the other big upset could potentially be Jessica Penne versus Lupita Godinez. But I know a lot of people that are very strongly entrenched on the Godinez side, so I don't want to piss them off too much by saying that. Ryan Clune is saying, "Look, I know you're a Tapology guy, but does Rob not really look really drained in his Sherdog pick? Caught me off guard today." Let me pull that up. It could also be him when he used to fight at 170 pounds, right? Yeah, that might be him at 170 pounds. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, he looks hella sucked down there, so I see it. Wongy77, Sam Star's my guy as a London boy. I love those adrenaline guys. Mark Hominick was promising. Yeah, I spent a lot of time with those guys. Those guys are awesome. They used to do this thing, the Sean Tompkins Memorial Tournament. They did it for a couple years, and I helped them out there. Shout out to my guy Joe Botnick. Yeah, those I love those adrenaline guys. Hominick, Stout, Hordesky, Malcolm Gordon obviously came out of there too. I got it. Triple C, while we wait, who you got in the meme fight tomorrow? Paul or Raskin? I gotta go Paul, but yeah, not there. Jose Lopez is saying Farron Nunes off. No confirmation yet, but you got to believe if she missed that bad, they're probably going to cut it. Ty Drucken, yeah, regarding the breakdowns, though, you seem to notice the small details that have been deciding some of these close fights. Hopefully, you can start hitting those plus 4,000 to 5,000 parlays. Yeah, that would be nice. That would definitely be nice. Jeannie wants Alfred to come out. Same as Ty Drucken. God, you guys are killing me. Timestamps are awesome, but everybody wants to hear the main card first, in my opinion. Why keep the people waiting? Regardless, nobody does it better. And maybe I'll put a poll out there and we'll see. Looks like we got a bit of a troll in here, so peace out. Big Omega is saying, I love every time a fighter misses, big money rains in on them. Yep, you're right. Wangi77 is saying, leave the doggo. Nathan Chase Sherman, looking forward to seeing him weigh in on the scales, especially potentially off that sauce now, right? Thoughts on Askren as the dog? I have none. Honestly, I have zero thoughts about that fight. I apologize, guys. Abu Dhabi is saying, is there any way Usman Shevchenko probably doesn't hit? It's minus 175. I think it's a good spot, man. I think that Shevchenko can nullify the big power game of Andrade, and then I just don't see how Masvidal beats Usman. You know, maybe knocks him out, but like again, I think Masvidal has just been absolutely all hype since that Darren Till, Ben Askren back-to-back knockouts. Yeah, I'm not at all on the Jorge Masvidal train. Hey, Loomis is saying Kish is live. Tracy has fought scrubs. You can only take that level of competition argument so far. Stylistically speaking, Kish does not match up well against Tracy, in my opinion. Matt Reed is saying KG only chances KO. I can see line the big bomb, but robbed by KO in round 3. Ooh, that's going to be tough, man. KG's never been put away. I'm actually going to take Rob by decision. Wangi77 knows what's up. Don't worry, Genie. He's out of here. Frank is saying that Penne upset is talking to me. Yeah, I'm staying away from that matchup personally, but I wouldn't be surprised. A Loomis should be Melo 1 in 4 fights at UFC, and then should be Edgar, who had won once coming into the UFC, and Sharon Dalby beat her best win. Again, we can't focus on just level of competition. Like, give her due. You can't just completely nullify, or completely throw out the fact that she's skilled. She has a great wrestling game, and stylistically speaking, I think it's going to be a very tough fight for Kish to deal with that. Evil stuff is saying nonstop harassment for Alfred. They love him. They love him. PayPal, my money DFS is saying I say that we got Juan Espino coming to the scales right now. Let's see how big boy looks here. Looks in solid shape. Definitely looks in like better physical shape than Romanov. But I don't think that's really going to matter here. $257. And he looks great on the scale too. $257. So that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more fighters to make it to the scale. They're slowing it. They coming in slow and steady right now. Again, PayPal my money says let Farn and Nunes fight. Heavyweights allowed to have 30 pounds plus advantage on it over their opponents. So why not? Yeah, it's a completely different situation though. We know that heavyweights is 206 to 265. Usually for 135 versus 135 to 145 or 139 to 150, whatever the fuck it is. Urban Man of MJ asking if I'm going to tune into Bellator tonight. I'm actually doing a live stream at 9 o'clock, the Ultimate Weigh-In Show. Me, Clint from Die Hard MMA Podcast, MMA Prediction Guru, and Bleed, 9 p.m. Eastern. So I'm going to be missing the majority of that main card, but I hope that we can wrap up in time to at least catch the main event. Biggs Omega saying a lot of money coming in on Gerald right now. A Loomis, Tracy has no hands. Kish runs in the feet on the ground. It's Tracy 50-50. I think Tracy's hands are definitely getting better. I will say that Kish definitely has the better striking, but it's not like she's going to knock her out or anything like that. I think she's going to truly struggle with keeping Tracy on the feet. Joseph Argue is saying MMA Weekly has a good connection at weigh-ins and a decent view. Yeah, definitely switch over to them right now. Wangi77, especially now that you're talking about your past experience, I'm very excited for the next late night with Lucky. Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. I'm going to look to do it probably next week. But yeah, that one should be super fucking fun. Damn, he's 40. I'm 20. He looks way better than me. Yeah, Juan Espino is a treasure. Seems like the MMA Weekly stream is giving us some issue now too. Looked good and well tanned too. Fender Jazz saying about Juan Espino. Matt Reed, are you doing a fight companion for Bellator tonight? No. Again, I'm doing a 9 p.m. stream live Ultimate Weigh-In Show talking about UFC Vegas 24 with the weigh-ins in mind, with my friends, with my guys, a little bit of an odds reunion. So shout out to anybody that's going to be able to make it through tonight. Frank is saying Espino looks trimmed down, but I think that's going to benefit Romanov. It could, right? What do we get? We got Romanov coming in at 264, Espino 257. You got to believe that Romanov's probably going to put on a little bit more weight, considering that he was that's pretty much the heavyweight limit right there. So we'll see how much bigger he comes in tomorrow. Wangi 77, the adrenaline guys used to go around to high schools as well with marble slap ice cream. Good times. That's awesome. DHJC is saying throw it to bleed first tonight, homies. Never had a chance to have the first word on a final weigh-in show. Maybe I'll have him first up. AA Romanov path to victory. I'd say, trying to overwhelm Espino. And I'd say I'm calling second round TKO. Not crazy. Not crazy confidence in that. Ryan Lozano is saying, are you not on odds any longer? Odds just completely stopped all their content. They're not dropping any content. So there's no content on their channel anymore. So I had to pivot. And it seems like this is a great opportunity for me to continue to build my channel. All right. Arlovsky up on the scale, heavyweight. So we shouldn't have to worry about him missing weight or anything like that. But in terms of, yeah, he looks like regular Arlovsky. Looks a little bit meatier than we're used to, but he is still ripped up. 250 and a half. All right. All right. Now we got 5 fighters left. Yeah, so Ryan, as I was saying, going to be doing a bunch more content on my channel. Obviously, I still have my DFS show that I do on Salvetri's channel, but I'm looking to take over the MMA content game here. Again, Thursday show, me and Cody doing the Propping You Up show. Obviously, this live chat for the weigh-ins I'm doing, and then the 9 p.m. slot that was wide open to capitalize on, and I thought we got a pretty good reception last time around. And I'm looking forward to introducing you guys to other MMA handicappers and predictors that are very top level and know their shit. So there'll be a rotating guest or panel every Friday night. So look forward to that. Fender Jazz saying first and last comment on this. Askren looks vastly improved on the focus mitts. Not awesome. Hope he wins. Now let's never speak of this again. Thank you. I appreciate it. Matt Reed, Dustin or Connor in the trilogy. I'm leaning Dustin, but I'm probably not going to be betting that fight, to be honest. George Meta Exopolis saying, I won't be surprised if CSP actually out wrestle Romanov. Could happen. There's so many hypotheticals in this fight. Very, very close fight, in my opinion. ST Crusader is saying RIP odds, but the future seems bright. Yeah, man. I'm happy, man. My channel is booming right now. And that's what I'm focused on. So continue to build your own brands. That's why I've always stuck true to building my brand, even while working for other channels. So you're not stuck in the mud should something like what happened with odds happen. Wangy77 reminding you guys, make sure you guys smash that like button. Yes, please do. That definitely helps. DXJC saying Arlovsky looking solid today. Yeah, he fought 2 months ago, right? So I'm sure he stayed in, maybe took a week off, but stayed in shape, ready to go. Crazy Henry Espino gonna fat boy smash Romanov. I'm looking forward to that. Ryan Lozano saying thanks, man. I'll be following along and watching you grow. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it. We've come a long way over. I believe I said it last night. I started my MMA Lock of the Night Twitter page in June of 2017, and then I started podcasting in March of 2018. So it's been a long journey, crazy journey. It's awesome. Gene saying, Lachlan, are you paying Guru and the boys to be there every Friday? Little Birdie told me when they were on odds, they got bread each week. Yeah, we were obviously getting paid when we were on odds. But no, these guys aren't going to be here every week. That's why I'm doing it. Like it's a big commitment to ask somebody to commit a Friday night every fucking week to do a show, right? So that's why I'm going to have a rotating guest of guys, so nobody has to commit to doing every Friday other than myself. I know I'm not paying these guys. I'm not like, even though I'm doing this shit full time, I'm not paying these guys, but I think they're very appreciative of the platform that they're going to be able to have to kind of just spread their own brand and let people know about themselves. So that's where I think most people will be appreciative of. Obviously, Bleed, Guru, and Clint already have a solid following, but I'm talking about the future guys that I start to bring on the show. And I'm looking forward for you guys to meet those guys. Brian Anthony's saying I got lucky and got tickets to 264. I can't wait to be back in Vegas. I think I'm going to wait at least a year before I hop on. I think I'm going to wait a little while before I go back to a live event. But I can't wait. I can't wait to fucking go back to a live event. I used to go to at least twice a year. Twice a year I used to go. But yeah, hopefully I can bring that back up next year. AA Romanov struggled for position against Rocky Martinez. His entire game is bringing it to the mat. Juan's game is all on the mat. I like Juan here. I don't know what people are saying. He struggled for position against Rocky. He was on top of him for like 95% of that fight, was he not? Like, I don't understand what people are saying there. Let me pull up the UFC stats page for that fight. From what I remember, he was on top of him for 8 minutes of a fight that lasted 9 minutes and 22 seconds. What do you mean he was struggling? He was just struggling to put him away. Like he was getting full mount pretty much at any time and sitting on his chest because his knees were getting fucking sore. And he was pounding on him the entire time. I'm not sure what people are saying that he was struggling for position against Roki. He was handling him. Wangi 77 is saying they have a rotating cast. I believe no idea about the cash though. There you go. Evil Steph, nobody should bet on McGregor versus Poirier 3. Yeah, I could go either way, in my opinion. Revise Rahat saying, sup, guys. Appreciate you stopping by, my guy. Gary Felber, a couple good spots this week. Gravely, Cortez, and Whittaker. Yep, I like them all too. We're still waiting for Gravely and Cortez to hit the scales, though, so hopefully they're not having a bad weight cut. Crazy Henry saying, I would love to see Pulse Reloaded as a guest one time. Never heard of that guy, but I'll add him to the list. John Hess, which live event was your favorite? Man, I've been to like 20 plus events, but the one that really stands out to me the most, there's two. One, I was working at UFC 129, which is that first big show they did in the stadium at the Rogers Center or the Sky Dome, 55,000 people, GSP versus Jake Shields, stat card, Bichita versus Couture, Nate Diaz against Rory McDonald. There's a ton of great fights on that, but just the atmosphere was fucking amazing. That was probably one of my favorites. But in terms of as a fan, there's two for me. UFC 121 in Anaheim, California. Brock Lesnar versus Cain Velasquez. Everybody thought I was Mexican. Everybody thought me and my boys were Mexican, so they just started partying with us after Cain Velasquez knocked him the fuck out. That was a great experience. And then UFC 194 got my ticket right up here. Aldo McGregor. Yeah, that whole week they had 3 fights in 3 days, 3 events in 3 days. And I got to go to 2 of them. The other night, I ended up going to a Joe Rogan comedy stand-up. But yeah, there's been so many great experiences. But I gotta say that Aldo McGregor one, just because the hype, the Irish fans coming out to Vegas and all that shit, shit was insane. I've had so many great experiences. But yeah, UFC 121, which is Lesnar and Velasquez, and then Aldo McGregor were probably my top 2 favorite ones as a fan. Wangi77 is saying, I missed the old Boston Pizza days. I was there during Silver versus Weidman too, though. Rough replay to watch. Yeah, that one, I used to work at an MMA gym at that time, and we did this promotion with Wild Wings. The owner of the gym and the owner of Wild Wings were really good friends. So we did this promotion where we had a bunch of the members. We rented out a whole store for that event, and it was like 2 pounds of wings for everybody for free. So it's fucking dope. But then, yeah, when that main event came on, that was insane. Not a lot of people like that. But yeah, it was a solid night. I think Elias was there too because he trained at the gym that I was at. Elias Theodoru, a couple other pro MMA guys that didn't make it to the UFC. I think Mitch Gagnon was there. Sean Pearson was there. Very, very fun night. Then why is it not coming up? There we go. Speaking of the rotating cast, he had the GOAT on the Ultimate Weigh-In podcast last week. Who's the GOAT? Which GOAT? Sun Tzu? Brady? Who's the other guy I had on? John Stragarian? Wangi 77, that was a fantastic card. Yeah, Machida karate kick. Yeah, that shit was insane. But just the atmosphere, man. 55,000 people. Like the setup was so crazy. If you guys have the opportunity, I think you should go to UFC 129 Dana White Fight Week vlogs, and they'll give you the true idea of what the capacity and what the atmosphere was like. It was insane. Jason Watson is saying Hubbard, Romanov over 1.5 and Gastelum Whittaker parlay. Yeah, I'm liking that. Again, I was on Bush earlier this week, but seeing him on the scales this week, it gives me that Ketlin Vieira vibe, right? Like it didn't look great on the scales. It's probably going to translate over to his fight. And yeah, I think Hubbard takes over late. Gary Philbreck asking, didn't see weigh-ins. How did Whittaker look? Speaking of which, let me pull up the Let me pull up the sheet that I have for you guys here. Since we seem to have a little bit of a lull in the weigh-ins, there you guys go. But yeah, I thought Whittaker looked fine. Biggs Omega, UFC Calgary was the best event I've been to. One of the most watched fight night cards recent times. Eddie was at my poker table the next day. Cool guy. Yeah, that was, what was that? Eddie and Poirier, right? That was a great card. I was at the first ever UFC Calgary event, UFC 149. Man, that was a shit show. Fucking Tim Boach, completely disappointing. Hector Lombard's UFC debut. Hedden Brown, Uriah Faber, not a great fight. They had a stat card initially, but then fights just kept falling out, so I felt bad for them. But yeah, Barao versus Faber was not fun at all. Wangi 77, MMA ring card man of the year. You know what it is. Even his name has greatness attached to it. Vincent has Nemkov. Not sure if I completely agree with that. Bud, Robo, and Cortez. I'm assuming you mean Whittaker and Cortez on my big parlay for this weekend. I think it's a solid spot, but I think Nemkov might give you some troubles there, my guy. Andre F is saying I have Romanov, but Dan Mospino looking good. Yeah, he looked good on the scales. Definitely look good on the scales, man. That fight's going to be great. Ruvais is saying Romanov is a risky pick. Yeah, that fight, no matter which side you choose, is a risky pick. UCF Rob is saying, love the weigh-in show. Great Friday time killer at work. Glad to have you dropping by. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Looks like we got somebody coming to the scale. Tony Gravely coming to the scale, giving a fist pump to Brendan Fitzgerald on the way to the scale. Looks great. Seems like he's smiling. Looks shredded as fuck. Looks good on the scale so far. 135 and a half. 135 and a half at 1:01 p.m. I wanted to make sure that I included the times here for you guys, just so you guys get an idea of like when they weighed in, what order they weighed in. I hope you guys are liking that aspect of it. All right, let's see if I can get it back up on the screen for you guys, since it seems we might get another lull in between fighters here. There you guys go. I'm not sure if you guys can hear Alfred snoring right now, but he's snoring in the background. AA saying Gastelum path to victory. It's got to be a knockout. I'd be surprised to see him outstrike Whittaker over 5 rounds, or at least 3 out of those 5 rounds. But I think Gastelum by knockout is probably the best way to go if you're looking at Gastelum. I think it was plus 600 as well. So you're getting a damn good line on that too. Wangi 77, I say only say that because Brady got me into these breakdowns more seriously than the odds crew. I love the 4-person opinion type of layout. Now I'm here watching Mr. Dedication, my guy. Yeah, Brady's a beast, man. Yeah, Brady's a beast. That's my guy right there. Billy Briz in the chat. What's going on, my dude? Crazy Henry is saying hanging out with James Vixchen. If Gaslam shoots for takedowns, he might win via decision. Yeah, but like historically speaking, Whittaker has some solid takedown defense. 84% takedown defense. Only 2 guys have taken him down, I believe, in the UFC. One of them being Yoel fucking Romero. I agree that I think Gastelum has the grappling and jiu-jitsu advantage here, but I'm just not so certain that he'll be able to get the fight to the ground and start getting that game going. Wangi 77, I agree with you guys. I was ready to lock in Romanov heavy, but now I'm just going to sit back and enjoy. Seems like he's going to be making a bet on Penne, though. Hey, do you see Gastelum being stopped at all, or is Whittaker by sub solid? I think if there is a stoppage, it's Whittaker by sub. Actually, no. Gastelum is a very solid jiu-jitsu guy himself. I think it's Whittaker decision, man. I think it's decision. The Czar, what's going on, my dude? Lachlan and I watched the prop show, best one yet. Let's go. I got a parlay tonight. Bellator Bozinian. I actually picked Jackson, but not with the most confidence there. Maori, I get that. Bud, I get that. Aglikis, I get that. Daly, I get that. Is Daly a lock of the night? I'll let you. Spoiler alert: he's definitely not my lock than I play for Bellator, but I do have a lock than I play posted on the Patreon. Wish I could share it with you guys, but that would not be fair to my fellow Patreon members. So yeah, $5 a month. Link is in the description below. Do I gotta say it again? We might crack that 300 mark for the patrons too. Not to mention, if I hit tonight and I hit tomorrow, I tie my longest winning streak since I started tracking my picks. 9 straight events wins. I'm hoping that it keeps up. Crazy Handy thinks Whittaker by decision. I absolutely agree. Billy Briz, lighten up while he's watching. Appreciate you, my guy. I'm gonna have to wait until I'm done the Ultimate Weigh-In show later tonight. I can't function properly throughout the day if I'm burning this early, especially when I got so much shit to do. I'm going to look to get into UFC 261 breakdowns after the stream. Obviously, I got to be doing a quick interview with my guy, MMA Genie. But yeah, after that, I'm going to be looking to get into 261. So can't be baked while I'm doing that shit. Wangi77, I know you haven't said anything, but I'm still waiting on that news, my guy. 2 Ghosts making UFC better. Can't say anything yet. You all got robbed. Yeah, second fight. He definitely got robbed. Didn't knock him out, though, but he possibly got robbed. Ty Drucken is saying prop show was fire. Yeah, that's a staple, man. That is a fucking staple. I love that show so much. And the reception it gets. Like, who do we got? Chase Sherman coming up. Let's see how Chase Sherman looks. Taking his time getting to the scale. Looking like Chase Sherman normally does. $251. $251 for Chase Sherman. 251 for Chase Sherman. All right. And that leaves 3 fighters left. We got Cortez, who's going back to 135 pounds after she originally fought, she fought Vanessa Mello and Stephanie Yeager. Her last 2 fights up at 135 pounds. Now she's coming back down to 125. She historically fights at 125, so kind of surprised that she isn't already on the scale considering she's made this weight cut in the past. We'll see. Wangi77 is saying he loves the energy of the prop show. Yeah, that's my guy, man. Me and him are boys. We've been boys for almost 10 years now, so it's an easy show when you're boys. Matt Reed, KGN taking Rob down. Romero has 7 of 9 takedowns against him. Yeah, you're right. Crazy Annie, if Chase Sherman beats Arlovsky, I'll start taking my meds again. I think he has a good chance of beating him, man. Look at the fucking betting line, right? It's I wouldn't be surprised if it's flipped by now. No, we got Sherman down at plus 100, but he opened at plus 155, and the money is steadily coming in. Frankie Joe Dune is saying Chase Sherman looking a little soft. I do agree. I do want to kind of compare what he looked like last time around when he weighed in against Ike Villanueva compared to what he looks like this morning. Matt Reed, Rob 124, and if Yoel got 10-8 round 3 and round 5, Rob for sure got round 1, 10-8. Yoel didn't win at all. Best of draw. I don't know. I think Yoel did win the 3rd round. I got to watch the fight again, but off of memory, I thought Yoel did enough to win that fight. Tydrokian, what do you think about this parlay? Whittaker, like it. Askren, no opinion there. Shevchenko, like it. Zhang, like it. Usman, like it. Edwards, like it. Only one I'm nervous about is Askren. Yeah, I like it all except Askren, but I have no opinion on the Askren fight. Especially after that Dan Ho nonsense last week, I'm leaning to leave most heavyweight scraps alone. Yeah, you're right. Kevin Forston is saying Rose is going to win. She could, but I do favor Zhang there. Gary Philbrick is saying was thinking about adding a couple Bellator guys to your multi-event parlay. Anyone else you recommend besides your lock of the night? Again, I like the under 2.5 in the Gibson Jr. fight, or just taking Gibson straight up as a parlay piece. Julia Budd, Mads Burnell. Yeah, I think those are the safest spots. The troll of all trolls, my guy Tajik Bey, asking why Nunes came in so underweight. Don't kill me, my guy. Crazy Annie, I don't think I'm ready for a world where Chase beats our Andre, bro. Be prepped, because it could happen tomorrow night, my guy. Revise Arlovsky will keep his distance, bro, and cruise to the decision. Maybe. Let me see if I can pull up Chase Sherman's last weigh-in real quick. I want to compare that. That's when he apparently was on the juice, right? Did he look much better on the scales back then? Let's see. So that was UFC Smith versus Teixeira. That was like one of the first couple events in the COVID era. Smith Teixeira weigh-ins. I'm just sifting through the weigh-ins here for that card to find Chase Sherman. I apologize for the dead air. I just very focused on this scrubbing that I'm doing. All right, let's see. Yeah, Chase looked in a little better shape. I'll say that. He looked in a little better shape. Let me see if I can pull it up here for you guys. This is Chase Sherman when he weighed in against Ike Villanueva, pre-popping for his USADA violation. Looks better, right? So maybe it did have a huge impact on his performance and how he'll possibly look tomorrow night. God damn. Yeah, it definitely looks a lot better than what we saw um just a couple moments ago. All right, let's see what the chat is saying. Pascal Gabald is saying, I'd watch a fight companion with you and Saftik. Yeah, that'd be a cool idea. I'm not sure if he'd be down for it, like in terms of, I know he likes to just, he's been talking about MMA all fucking week. I'm not sure if he wants to do a fight companion about it, but we'll see what happens with that. Wangi 77 is saying, if Andre closes the fave, he will lose. If he's underdog, he wins. I'm not sure what the thought process behind that is, but okay. Ty Drukin is asking, what do I think about Roy Val? I love the kid, man. He's like the mini Tony Ferguson of the 125-pound division. The guy is just all action, all chaos, all the fucking time. He might not be the most technically solid fighter, but he goes out there and creates chaos, and he takes advantage of it, just like he did in that fight against Kai Kara France. I love the guy. Very unfortunate loss from last time around, where he like fucked up his shoulder or whatever. But I hope he has a fight lined up very soon. James Court has Corey Anderson getting upset. I could see it. The line that I like the most there is the under 4.5, though. Jose Lopez, UFC have to figure out a better way to navigate the weigh-ins. This is like chewing on chalk. It is what it is, man. I get why they're doing this whole 2-hour stretch, giving these fighters as much leeway as possible. No real pressure, so I'm okay with that. Matt Reed is saying Rose has one KO. She isn't KOing Zhang. Also, for Rose's last fight was a 5-round fight, she would have gotten KO'd. Yeah, the tide was definitely turning in Andrade's favor. Vegas bookies judges again. So, any of you think will go to a decision, pick the underdog to win, as it will F up all those parlays out there? Probably. I'm not a big conspiracy guy. Let's be honest. Frank is saying, looks like they're going to let Farron fight. They got her on the list. Interesting. Why his audio is saying he looks less fat. Yeah. Tajik Bey is saying Chase Sherman's chin looks better than ever. Of course. Wangi 77, mainly a joke about Arlo loses every fight he's supposed to win and vice versa. Yeah, you're right. Frank is saying looks like Frank's going to fight. They got on the list of fighters who have weighed in. They could still change that. I believe they could still change that. They're just giving Locks more airtime. Yeah, you know what it is. Mario Burrell is saying Gravely, Hubbard, Fabinski, Razak. I think that's a solid parlay. My only question mark would be Fabinski. I'm actually picking Gerald to win that fight, but again, not with the utmost confidence. Natch is saying, what do you think about Glover as such a big underdog? I just can't see him losing against Yan. You guys know me. I've been on the Glover train for a little while now, but I think this Yan fight is very tough for him. Jan, high level BJJ. I believe he's a brown belt. Strong guy. Obviously, that Polish power is starting to translate over now. Can he knock out Glover? I don't know. If Glover hits plus 200, though, then I'd be a little intrigued to take a shot. Let's see what the odds are now. Plus 210. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna wait to see once that fight gets closer to see if I'd take advantage of that. Ty Druckin is saying, yeah, in regards to Royval, he said he says 6-month layoff with his coming to an end. So I'd be saying at the end of May, he'll have something booked. I'd say the winner of Perez versus Chanel. Yeah, I like that. Crazy Henry asking over under 9 decisions on the card. Let me just pull up my my predictions that I did earlier. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, or you know what? Let me just do it through here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got about 7 fights going to a decision. So possibly under 9 decisions on the card. I really like the Hubbard round 3 after seeing Bush at the wins. Yep, I'm right there. PayPal is saying Jan is a black belt. Okay, even better. I don't know why the last time I heard it, I thought he was a brown belt, but that must have been from a much earlier fight in his career. But yeah, solid BJJ for sure. Ruvies Rahat, dude, if Razak is a fisherman the first, he would gas out. Yeah, that's my concern about it too. Rather than taking Razak, just take the under 1.5, right? Like that's how Razak's going to win if he wins it all. What happened to Farina or Farron? I'm guessing. Sorry, I missed the win. Yeah, she weighed in at 147 pounds. Apparently, the fight was changed to a 139-pound or catch weight, but she still missed weight. Price for Gravely isn't worth it, in my opinion. I think he's one of the better spots on the card, so I don't mind it. Tadruk, and I think you guys said it last night, but the over 1.5 on Romanov and Espino is nice. Yeah, I like that as well. Let me update the Twitters one more time with this graphic. And I'll plop it back up for you guys. There you go. So what are we waiting on? Cortez, Close. Three more fighters: Cortez, Close, and Birdcheck. So apparently, Ontario, where I live up here in Canada, COVID is only getting worse, even though we were supposed to go in a shutdown last week. Record 4,800 new COVID cases on Friday as the third wave continues to cause a surge in hospitalizations. God, I'm fine. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I'm chilling at home. I'm not, going to work anywhere. Groceries still easy to do. I'm not too affected by the lockdown thing. I'm just chilling. I'm a hermit anyway, right? I stay home. I don't like going out much. If anything, I just hit the hiking trails and shit. That's really about it. But I'm okay. Let's see what the chat is saying here. Crazy Henry, greatly by decision or over rounds. I think somebody said that the over 1.5 is minus 150, and I don't think that's a bad line at all. Give me one sec. I got way too many tabs open right now, and I hate when that happens. There we go. Pepe Silva saying the beard looking on point, almost as nice as this Pitbull is. Yeah, Pitbull is like Arlovsky's beard is like goals. You know what I mean? Arlovsky's all right. There's car close coming to the scale right now, stepping on the scales. Looks good, moving pretty swiftly. He's breathing a bit. $156. Even with him breathing the way that he was, he seems fine to me, to be honest. 156 for Jakar Close. Let me update this bitch. All right. Are we going to get any more fighters? All right. All we got left is Cortez and Birdcheck left. So only one fighter to miss weight thus far. Another fighter that looked bad on the scale was Dakota Bush. Everybody else seemed pretty fine. Chase Sherman not looking as good as he did when he fought Ike Villanueva. Speaking of which, let's see how much he weighed in for that Ike fight. So he was 251, right? 251 this morning. And when he fought Ike, he was 253. So not a huge difference in weight there, but physically speaking, he definitely looked much different. Not much different, definitely a little bit more flabby. Kevin Vorson is asking thoughts on this parlay. Phil Davis, like it. Daly, like it. Gravely, like it. Romanov, like it. Whittaker, Gastelum fight starts around 4. I like it. Plus 1,200. That looks good to me, man. Good luck. John Gullen, Sherman. He looked a little bit flabbier than he did last time around, but still in decent shape. Joseph Vargas, if Sherman can keep the pressure with the small cage in Vegas, Arlovsky will have trouble keeping distance and lose to Sherman. I think it's the calf kicks, guys. You guys heard me kind of saying it the whole week. That's been what Chase Sherman's been doing his entire, since his last 4 fights since getting cut from the UFC. So if he's able to cripple Arlovsky early, you could probably finish him. Gary Philbrick asking, I like the multi-event parlays you do. Ever think about doing one with only dogs you like with a smaller bet, of course? Probably. I might look to do something like that in the future. But the thing is, more often than not, the multi-event parlays, the only ones I've done tape on are for the upcoming event. So I'm hoping that once I get ahead of the schedule a bit, I should be able to spot dogs a little bit farther out. And yeah, maybe I do something like that. Wangi77, yeah, it's getting crazy here in Southern Ontario. Happy I'm not in GTA area. Revice is saying sprinkle the dog. Gary Philbrick asking, doing the over-under parlay. That's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern is the fight day live chat that I do. I'll be dropping that parlay that day. Fender Jazz saying close looks sharp. Yeah, it looks good. Wangi77, random question. You like Yuri to beat Reyes as much as I do? Pre-tape, Yuri is a big lean of mine. So yeah, I agree with you there. But let's see what it looks like after I run the tape. Rick Ramon, did Romanov already weigh in? Yes, he did. He was 15th to weigh in, and he weighed in pretty much right at the heavyweight limit. Killer G, what up, Lock? Anything jump out from the weigh-ins other than fair and missing by 100 pounds? Dakota Bush is the only one that looked very compromised on the scales to me. Scritchin is saying, since we are talking about beards, Julian's beard doesn't look real, right? It's too nice. I'm not a big fan of his beard. I don't know. It looks a little bit weird to me. Andre Arlovsky has the beard of all beards, though. There's nobody that touches his beard. Honestly, though, somebody's beard that comes in close second is Mr. Actually, no, not really. I was going to say Lance Gibson Jr. His beard looks high, but nobody's really touches Andre Arlovsky, man. Killer G is saying, where's my girl Cortez? She's going to bring it home this weekend. I hope so, man. But yeah, it sucks that she hasn't hit the scales yet. AA Cortez having weight issues coming in this late. Kish for the upset. I don't know. Let's see how she looks on the scales. Again, she's a 125er. The majority of her fights in her career have been at 125. She only took 2 fights at 135. Did she really, is she really struggling? Is she just taking her time? Let's see what she looks like once she actually hits the scale. Tristan Sherhouse, what's going on, my guy? Yo, Cortez is way more banging out bantamweight. We'll see. Let's see what she looks on the scales. 10 pounds lighter. Gordon Moman is in the chat. What's going on, my guy? Dog MMA, Cortez Whittaker, Hassan under 1.5 parlay. I like that. I like it. Cashed on Danho last week. You are probably one of the very few that did, but shame on anybody that even played Jorgen De Castro. Y'all were asking for that. Samney, I would love to live in a world where Reyes is on a 3-fight skid. That would be crazy. Ben Grigil, DK still doesn't have the lines for Bellator. Damn, that sucks. Wangi77, no slate at Reyes. Guy gave Jones his toughest fight in recent memory or history. I just thought Yuri has a very high ceiling. I agree as well. Nathan is saying Julie Marquez has a good beard. I'm not a fan of it. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's his personality that's rubbing off on me. David Nettles in the chat saying, Lachlan and I, thanks for always providing solid information. Just curious, what is a good site to find previous fight breakdowns with fight weights, total strikes landed, and other information like that? UFCstats.com. They have a great database of statistics for specifically UFC, Strikeforce, and WEC fights. So yeah, I would check that out. UFCstats.com. Rick Ramon, Johnny Hendricks used to have a mean beard game when he was still good. It was all right. It felt a little bit like, I don't mean this in a racist way at all, but it felt too hillbilly-ish to me, if you guys know what I mean. Like Arlovsky's is dense. It's manly as fuck. I'm standing hard over Andre Arlovsky's beard. Ruvias is saying Stevens versus close is hard to choose, bro. It's not going to be decision, but if it does, Stevens might win this fight. Yeah, I think that Stevens wins by decision. Very close fight, but I'm not betting it myself. Mr. Bubbles in the chat. You like Romanov to grind down Espino, looking at under 1.5 rounds. I think if he gets it done, it's going to be later in round 2. I was looking more so at the over 1.5, but Yeah, that fight is such a fucking hypothetical, man. I just can't 100% to be on point with that fight. It's so hard to choose, but I do like Romanov. Pepe Silva Cortez is a master of seduction. She has us on the edge of our seats to see. Look nice as fuck in the new Venom she posted on the socials yesterday. Yeah, I agree. Let's just hope she doesn't look sucked out on the scales when she makes it there. For dogs, I got GM3. I like it. Juan, don't mind that. And maybe Kish, not many live dogs. This card is there. There are several dogs that I'm intrigued by, right? Like Zara was definitely a very intriguing dog until the fact that she missed by fucking 8 pounds. Bush was an intriguing dog to me too, but that weight miss and how bad he looked on the scales definitely is going to impede my perception of that fight now. GM3, I think, is a solid dog. I think Alex Munoz is a solid dog. Chase Sherman, solid dog, possibly favorite by fight time. Yeah, there's a couple of good dog spots on here, so be careful. It's a tough card to parlay, in my opinion. Nathan is saying Locke has the best beard. I think mine could still use a little bit of work. I gotta like fill in this patch still a little bit more, but yeah, I appreciate it, my guy. Joseph Vargas, any info on how Penny's camp went history to see how she will perform after such a long layoff? Godinez is a possible shit pie shitter. One of these 9K fighters is losing. Yeah, that's. I'd be surprised if it was somebody other than Godinez or Al Hassan that shit the pie. JB, what's up, Lachlan? I loving Munoz as a dog this week. Think he gets it done to open up the main card. Yeah, I'm liking it too. I'm right there with you, my guy. Scritchin, his beard is too nice. It's like Photoshop, but in real time. Just to sure how confident are you in Phil Davis? I'd say out of like a 1 to 10 scale, I'd say an 8 out of 10. I really like him in this spot. Fender Jazz, I think the line for Kish is a bit off, so might see a correction after this. If they need someone to hold the towel for Cortez, I'm available. They got the box of shame now, though, right? It's no longer the towel. Mr. Bobo is no worries. You are more than welcome. Big Omega. Court McGee has an underrated beard. He has that Amish beard going on, right? The man looks Amish as fuck. But again, I'm not a big fan of his beard either. There's one other fighter that had a very good beard. Just can't put my finger on it. Scritchin is saying referee Mike Beltran. That guy's a G. Gary Philbrick, since Bush looked compromised on the scale, I might have to look at Hubbard round 3 prop. Yeah, I'm right there with you guys. Killer G, I'm usually never concerned about big weight misses where it looks like they just stop cutting, feel like it ends up as an advantage if the fight is still on. Yeah, it didn't, like, she didn't even come in 2 or 3 pounds close to the catch weight. So how much did she really drain herself? And did she just say fuck it eventually? So we'll see. A. Loomis, Kish, and Penne. Those are the dogs that he's liking. Thoughts on Triple C drinking booze and smoking cigarettes with Keith Peterson? That would be hilarious. I'm not sure if that's fabricated or what, but I like that. That'd be jokes. Biggs Omega, I like Munoz as my dog of the night. Penny has a slick ground game go. Yeah, that's something you have to worry about. But you got to believe that he has a good enough top pressure game that he can kind of nullify any type of BJJ off of Pena's back. So we'll see. I got Pena by second round decision. Tristan Sherhouse, I guess, was like 10 out of 10 in confidence. Then, yeah, pretty much. Revise Rahat, I got Pena by second round sub. Could happen, man. It could happen. Jesse Scott is saying that Farron is canceled from MMA Junkie. Let's see if we can confirm that. Not saying I don't believe you, Jesse Scott. Yeah, 3 minutes ago, MMA Junkie, the contest is now canceled. So yeah, Zara Farron tickets. Zara, I can say it now. She was my dog of the night play. I had 1.25 units on her, aka $125 on her at plus 103. I'm gonna have to pivot now, but I feel like I have another solid spot that I can pivot to for a dog spot. So if you're on the Patreon and you are on this live chat right now, after this stream wraps up, after the stare downs, I will drop my dog of the night pick for you guys. Pepe Silva, Vine Bob Ross has a pretty dope beard. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. It's hard to find anybody on Arlovsky's level, though, man. I don't know what it is. Got a hard on for that beard for some reason. We get enough the fair and dog play as of now. Yeah, that fight's done with. It's going to get voided. Ooh, Anthony Burchek up to the scales now. Tracy Cortez is officially going to be the last person on the scale. But let's see what Birchick looks like. Doesn't look super energetic or anything up there. $135.5 for Birchick. Ooh, I'm not a big fan of the fact that Tracy Cortez is still not on the scale. She has about 26 minutes to still make weight. There you go. Birchick looks all right. You know, nothing too crazy. Didn't look too energetic. Didn't look too dead. But yeah, John Gullen, we are definitely off that fair and play now. It is going to be voided if you've already put in the bet. So don't worry about that. Just sit tight as I will post another dog that I play on the Patreon as soon as I wrap up the stream. Crazy Henry, better soundtrack, Highlander or Rocky 4? I wish I could let you know because I haven't watched either of those movies. I apologize. Tyron Woodley has a good beard. Yes. Thank you. More with less. Absolutely. Tyron Woodley is a beard that I can respect. I do agree. Ty Drucken, see the dude who lost his finger in his glove. How does that even happen? Yeah, that was fucked. He just got it changed over to a no contest, I believe it is, and rightfully so, right? How could you fucking give a guy a loss for losing his fucking finger? That's so bad. But yeah, glad to see that he eventually got that fight changed to a no contest. Hey, Loomis, Mr. Bubble is saying Johnny Roba has a good beard. Narco Cop in the chat. What's going on, my guy? I appreciate you stopping by. It looks like we got one more fighter that we're waiting on, which is Tracy Cortez. Then hopefully we can get the stare downs done with ASAP. But I'm intrigued to see what Cortez looks like. If you guys remember, her last two fights were up at 135 pounds. But historically speaking, the majority of her fights in all of her career, she's been down at 125 pounds. So has she ever missed a weight? Let's see if that's something that I can get my detective eyeglasses out and see. 125.3 in her first fight, 125 in her second fight, 124.7 in her third fight, 125 in her fourth fight, 125.1 in her fifth fight, 126 against Blanchfield, 126 on her contender series fight before coming to the UFC. So she's never missed weight. Not 135 pounds. She came in at 136 and 136 for both fights. Come on, Cortez. Do not fuck this up. Let's see what you savages are saying in the chat here. Narco Cop, Bush looked terrible to me. What do you think? I absolutely agree. Did not look good on the skills at all. That Hubbard round 3 is looking nice. Tristan Surehouse, I'm predicting Cortez misses and comes in nice and thick. I hope not. I hope not. More with less. Feels like the UFC is relegating the stinkers to this card to avoid competing with Haskell and Paul. Come on, Cortez. I gotta go take a piss soon, but I don't want to miss Cortez on the scale. Ooh, looks like we did get a new patron member during the stream, and that's always awesome. I hope to continue to get those numbers growing. I'm hoping that I can get up to 100 and 300 before May, and I think that's very likely, especially if I hit my 2 plays this weekend. Not just saying Yan had over 7 minutes ground control time over Izzy, no sub. Yan's last sub wins. Krylov and Clark 3 and 4 years ago. Majority of Krylov and Clark's losses have come via sub. Good analysis there, my guy. In my opinion, Yan only punches chance against Glover for plus 210. Just locked in Glover for 3 units. Think this line moves towards Glover. Hold my feet to the fire. I like it, man. I like it. Again, if he's over plus 200 closer to fight time, I might have to take the shot myself. Ian Wynn, how did you get into MMA and do you practice yourself? The only martial art that I've practiced or trained in is boxing. I'm a big boxing guy, like training wise, not so much a fan of the actual sport of boxing, but that's the only part of MMA I've ever done. Was a fan for a long time, then started working at an MMA gym. Yeah, I've been all over the fucking scene, man. I'm actually going to be doing a stream next week because it's going to be 10 years since I've been in and around the game, behind the scenes, not just as a fan. So I'm going to be doing that stream next year, or not next year. Sorry, I just saw a tweet here or a message here that just blew me away for a second. But yeah, it's been 10 years since I've been in this game. So next week I'll be doing a stream where I detail pretty much my entry into the game behind the scenes, and then everything that I've done over the last 10 years that have gotten me to this point that is now allowing me to do this thing full time. So if you're able to check that out, it'll be a Locky late night episode. But you can watch it on the rewind, but I'll be sure to title it like 10-year anniversary journey or whatever the fuck, something like that. Nathan is saying Munoz the new dog play. Could be. Tristan sure also saying peanut butter. I can't do that shit. David Narrows, when is your merch coming out? I know, guys. I know. I gotta get that shit going, man. I got a couple ideas in mind that I gotta bring to reality still. Mr. Bubbles, Johnny Roba is my YouTube picture over 2.5 rounds of lock of the string for these two women. All right. 1K Patreon by 2023. Man, I'm hoping even sooner than that. Let's get this train rolling. Yeah, I mean, by mid 2022, if I can get 1K Patreon members by then, god damn, we rolling, baby. More with less. Smith jabbed up Glover in round 1. Think Yan can do the same over 5 rounds. Going to be a lot of clinching, but Yan is strong. Yeah, it's close. It's a closer fight than the odds suggest, in my opinion. Killer G, have you ever had to deal with someone putting your plays in the chat? Just a random question. No. Everybody's been pretty, everybody's been pretty respectful in terms of like keeping that confidentiality. Again, I'm not no like high level fucking charging $1,200 per pick or some shit type of guy, right? You pay $5 and you hop on the Patreon, you get to see the picks there. But everybody's been pretty respectful in terms of keeping that under wraps in the public forum. And I think they just respect it, right? They're paying $5 a month to get this information. Why are they going to give it for free to somebody else? So, but yeah, good question. I understand where you're coming from with it. Carlos Rivera, my man, has no ground game. Get in that gi. Trust me, I have a solid understanding of the ground game, but I've obviously never done it myself. But jiu-jitsu is definitely something that I've always wanted to take on. So maybe in the next little while, I'll eventually get my ass into a gi and get that going. But I love boxing. Boxing is my favorite form of cardio. Just bought a boxing bag a month ago, and I just put it up recently. But I gotta get the chains fixed, right? I got that Everlast stand-up bag holder or whatever the fuck it is. But then I put up the chain and I put up my fucking bag, and like it's like pretty much touching the ground. So I gotta like figure out how to like fix up the chains and make it a little bit higher up. Ooh, Tracy Cortez coming to the scale. Let's see how my girl looks. She's looking a little slow. I'll be honest. Please don't miss weight. Oh, they're taking a little bit too much time on that scale. She might have missed. 127. She misses by a pound. They're bringing the box of shame, though. You think that we can get 1 pound out of that bikini? Man, I really did not expect her to have trouble on the scale. I really did not. Maybe she got too comfortable at that bantamweight life. See, let's see if she let's see if she makes it. Might be 126.5. I'd be surprised if they got 1 pound out of it. Maybe she was holding some sweat in it as well. Let's see. 126.5. Missed by 0.5. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That is a miss. Let me I wonder if they're gonna let her weigh in again. I'm not sure what the situation is regarding that. Let me just tweet out this picture of it. Not a good look. Not a good look, Miss Tracy Cortez. Fuck. Narco cop saying, damn, that backside looks good. Yeah, that's a surprise, man. Kind of surprised that that Cortez missed here. So I'm not entirely sure if they're gonna let her weigh in again. Highly doubt Zarfaran's gonna be looking to cut fucking 8 pounds or whatever the hell it is. Well, then again, sorry, that fight's already called off. My apologies. Yeah, that's not a good look for that's tough, man. I can still see her like, getting two rounds of wrestling, right? But after that, Quiche is not much of a finisher. Um that's the concern that I have on the Quiche side is that like is she really going to finish Cortez? She's not a finisher. She doesn't have crazy power in her shots or anything like that. And we've seen instances in the past where fighters are still able to, perform very well even after missing weight. But yeah, this one's a tough one. I'm not sure what to truly think about it. Tristan Strauss might grow thick. Yep. Yeah, A. Loomis is right. If her weight cut is bad, why would you bet her after round one? I agree. Her strongest rounds would be rounds 1 and round 2. Alexander Ryan says you look like a disappointed fighter. I am disappointed. I am disappointed. Tristan Sherhouse, Cortez will still win. Uh, Dividing unions. I'm conflicted. Do I cash out her bets? I don't know. See Andrew 69, the big homie lock. A lot of love from Scotland. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you stopping by. JB saying too thick for 125. Killer G, she's too thick. It will make the price on her better though, if anyone is still interested. Yeah, that's true. I'm sure there's going to be some money coming in on Quiche now. Fender Jazz is saying sprinkle on Quiche. Cortez looked like she got all depletion of weight, but without a benefit of a weight advantage after a miss. Yeah. I don't know, man. Tristan Sherhouse is still picking Cortez. Yeah, I'm still picking her to win. Again, if it was a more dangerous of an opponent than Quiche, then I'd be a little bit more concerned about picking Cortez. But I think she can still grind it out. Friend of Jazz plus 234 in Quiche right now. Yep. James Court is saying Cortez just shaved her head like Rose now. That would be so gangster. That'd be so gangster. Baby Yoda prediction is saying $7 Canadian. Okay. Morgan Kinsey, any predictions changed after seeing weigh-ins? Dakota Bush definitely looked the worst on the scale for me, closely followed by Tracy Cortez. But like, yeah, my Bush pick is going to change to Hubbard now. My Cortez pick, I'm going to stay firm on that one, but a little bit more skeptical than I was when I originally picked her to win. And Manscaped that Bush too. John Hess, 147, wasn't supposed to be 135. So they originally changed it. They had it changed to 139 catch weight, and she missed weight for that. But yeah, the fight is off. The fight is off. Severe saying, I think you guys are overthinking it. It sucks for her money wise, but it should make you rethink your position. She looked fine. Wasn't a Vieira situation. Yeah, there's Vieira looked really bad, right? Cortez obviously didn't look the greatest. We've definitely seen her look a lot better on the scales in the past, but I didn't get Yana Kunitskaya Ketlin Vieira vibes. I didn't get Dakota Bush vibes. And again, I think the level of skill is big enough. Biggs, oh my god, does she have time to cut the quarter pound? Or I'd say half pound. I'm not sure. I haven't been seeing. There's been a couple people that have missed weight by very small amounts, and they didn't let them weigh in again. So I'm not sure if they're going to let them weigh in again here. A. Loomis is saying, has Cortez chin ever really been tested? She fought some, Vanessa Mello had some pop on her shots. Not saying she's a knockout artist. She had some clean shots from her. I've seen her eat some clean shots, but again, I don't rank Keisha's power that highly. Joseph Vargas, I don't think Cortez pays off the price tag after that win. If she still wins, it will be low scoring. Yeah, in terms of DK, oh, actually, no, I disagree. Like, if she still wins and gets her game going, it's going to be from takedowns. It's going to be from control time, right? So she might still score very highly, man. I mean, in terms of like, would she look like a minus 275? I don't know, but we'll see. Marco Cop round 3, Hubbard plus 1400. Yeah, I'm right there with you now, especially after that. Rick Ramon, is Cortez going to be good to push the grappling pace late in the fight, or is she going to be winded? There's no way to find out until we actually find it out, right? But she should be able to secure 2 rounds. I'm of the belief that she should be able to secure 2 rounds. And it's funny because Cody actually brought it up last night on the Propping You Up show, right? He's like, we got to see what she looks like at the weigh-ins. And I kind of dispelled it immediately. I'm like, all of her fights have been at 125 pounds other than her last 2. So unless she truly got comfortable at bantamweight, which it seems like she has, then the weight cut wouldn't be that bad of an issue. So yeah, fuck. Kind of surprised, man. Are they letting Cortez re-weigh in? That's my question. I don't want to put too much stock into the weight miss. Again, it will have an effect, but I don't want to put too much stock into it. Somebody already asking in the on my Twitter, do you think Cortez planned to be a little heavier since your game plan will be on the ground? I'm thinking either way, she'd be stronger, but wanted to hear your thoughts. Nah. Like when you miss by half a pound, when you miss by 1 pound, when you miss by 2 pounds, you tried making the weight. UFC Europe's Twitter account tweeted out, due to weight management issues with Zara Farron, the bout with Josiane Nunes has been canceled. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Man, let's hope that she can rehydrate properly. I know a lot of people whose parlays are writing on on Cortez here. Hey, Loomis, if Kish stuffs the takedowns in the first round, Chase is done. Yeah. She could stuff the first couple, but I think it's going to be, yeah. That first round would tell us a lot. Let's just put it that way. Alex Weaver, just a suggestion, easier to follow you if you have all the matchups listed ahead of time and found the weight as it goes on. For me, it's more so I wanted to have it in order. Like I don't want to have all the fighters' names up there and then have to reshuffle it. For me, it's just I want to like I want to add the fighters' names in as they weigh in and in order the way that I have up there. I hope that makes sense. Killer G is saying, as a Cortez backer, I hope she doesn't cut that extra half pound. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Give up that little bit of your purse, go out there, try to give the best account of yourself, and just grind it out. Matt Reed, thoughts on Gerald and Fabinski? It could be Fabinski for fucking 99% of that fight, unless Gerald throws up and locks something up. And I'm kind of having that gut feeling that we're going to see Gerald Mearshart lock up a submission. So my pick is Gerald, but not the biggest of confidence. Rick Ramon, she's sold. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't. There we go. She shouldn't try. I mean, yeah, she shouldn't try to make the half pound. I agree. Yo. Hey, Loomis is like, yeah, why give up half a purse for 0.5 pounds? Like, why? Yeah, absolutely agree. Yeah, pay-per-view Dizzle, it is definitely off. Zara Farn versus Josiane Nunez is definitely off. Dizzle is asking, what's your thoughts on Ponzi coming back? Good fight, man. Fucking Miguel Baeza is a beast, man. He's waiting to burst onto the scene. I think this is the fight where he truly bursts onto the scene and beating a guy that's probably, I'm not sure if Ponzinibbio is ranked considering he was off for as long as he was and then got knocked the fuck out by Li Jingliang. But I think this is a tough fight for Ponzinibbio, man. I like me some Baeza. I think Pons might actually end up being the dog that night too. Joseph Vargas, if Kish can defend Cortez's takedowns, she might just squeeze out a victory. I'm just not confident in takedowns from a depleted fighter, and Cortez definitely looked like it. I'd still say that Cortez is the best wrestler that she's fought up until this point. But yeah, she's going to have to really work and hope that her cardio can last at least 8 minutes, 9 minutes, and then survive for the rest of it. I don't know. We'll see. Killer G saying, I'm not saying she shouldn't cut for her sake, her purse. I'm saying she shouldn't cut because I don't want to see get more depleted from a bet. I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree right there. More with less is saying somewhat straight question, but how do you actually improve at the skill of betting? Been doing this full time, but feel like I'm still relying too much on intuition. Track your bets. Go to betmma.tips, track your bets, and once you get a solid amount of data entered onto BetMMA tips, there are great analytics on that website for you to truly break down and see what your strong suits are, what your weaknesses are, and what you should be focusing on more. So if you're not tracking your bets, again, people just think that you have to track your bets for, if you're going to sell picks and all that type of stuff. That's not what it's for, man. It's for analyzing your bets, betting patterns, all that type of stuff, and trying to figure out what is working for you and what's not working for you. That's the best advice I can give you, my guy. Pay-per-view Dizzo and Miguel going to smash him in my opinion. Yeah, we're right there. Yeah, he wasn't ranked at that time. I agree. Vincent, is the fight off because she missed by 1 pound? No, the Farn and Nunez fight is off, not the Cortez fight. Alex Weber, I feel like Gerald's past 2 fights need to wait until the fight starts to see what he looks like. Yeah. But then again, like, I don't think Fabinski is a knockout artist, right? The guy does one game plan. He's very binary with his approach, which is I'm going to take you down and I'm going to grind you the fuck out. No crazy ground and pound, nothing crazy like that. So I don't think we have to worry about Gerald getting KTFO'd like he did in his last 2 fights on the feet. So yeah, just be careful. Pay-per-view is okay. Can someone tell me what the fuck will go on Arlovsky's mind if he loses? Yeah, I think Sherman has a good chance of springing the upset. Let's see if the scale is still up there, so there might be an opportunity for Cortez to cut that half pound. Usually they shut down the scale if they're just going to move along with the stare down. So maybe Cortez is cutting that half pound. And I will say, I feel like there's been instances in the past where fighters have missed by like a pound or a half a pound, and they go cut the weight, come back to the scale, make the weight. And then obviously the body language changes, right? Where they look more happier the fact that they've made the weight. And then they go out there and have a good performance. So like I don't want to put like a severe amount of stock into the fact that Cortez missed weight. Just throwing that out there. Alexander Ryan is saying glass half full. If any fight had to get pulled, the Nunes fair fight is the one. Yeah, I agree. let me just look at it. I wouldn't mind if Penne and Godinez got pulled. Yeah, Nunes and Farron was probably the other one. With that said, I did have a dog of the night play on Farron, and I'm kind of happy that the fight is getting pulled off because for obvious reasons. But yeah, pay-per-view Dizzle letting you guys know that I'm a G. I appreciate that. Speaking of being a G, if you guys haven't hit that like or subscribe on the video, please do. We're closing in on that 100 live viewer mark, and I'm loving to see that. Please do hit that like. Truly helps your boy out. Pay-per-view Dizzle. I say, who missed out 147? I got to start watching the wins again then, huh? Yeah, Zara Farn scheduled out a catch weight of 139, misses by 8 pounds. That fight is now off. Arlovsky is about 22 and 20 or something. Nah, he has a solid record still. I think he's like 38 and 18 or something. All I know is that his mind is fucked. It could be. Pay-per-view Dizzle. I don't know why they expected Royale to make weight under 185 when he's like 41. Yeah, that's crazy. Bill's Mafia in the chat. What's going on, my guy? You got a good feeling about this one, man? Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope we come through and everything works out. Hoping for a strong event. Oh, they are moving the scale. Is that correct? They are moving the scale. So it looks like it's official that Cortez will be the only one that's missed weight that will still be competing. But again, I'm not gonna put too much stock into that weight miss. We've seen the weight misses happen before, but again, given Cortez's style, she's gonna need all that gas as much as possible. And truthfully speaking, like her cardio has always looked like it's been on point. So how much is she truly going to be depleted here? Again, I'm trying to play glass half full for anybody that's on that Cortez spot. All right. Ace and Kish for the win. Pay-per-view Dizzle, I looked it up. His up is 30 and 22 no contest. Yeah, the guy has 52 fights. That's fucking insane. Killer G is saying Bree's going to give Arroyo the work. Could happen. Yeah, I think he's a much more skilled fighter. John Haas is saying could get a better price on Cortez. Now, I absolutely believe the market is going to start to get in on Kish here. So if you are looking to still back Cortez, I'd wait it out. Loomis, that sucks for Cortez. Thinks she lost the money for so little. Yeah, I agree. 0.5 points, right? Even fucking Ignacio Bahamondes last time around, right? I believe him and Mike Desi probably would have gotten fight of the night had he not missed weight. If you miss weight, you're not eligible for any performance or fight of the night bonuses. So that's another thing that these people have to worry about too. John Gullen, they said they will allow her to still cut and weigh in again after the face-off. Okay. I'm not sure where you heard that, but I'll take your word for it. Cortez will try to cut and weigh again after the face-off per John Morgan. All right, perfect. I'm assuming John has been tweeting this out. More with less, they got to fix weight cutting so done that dehydrating and starving yourself is part of the fight game. Yeah, they're just always trying to get an advantage, right? Pay-per-view Dizzle. So many finishes on this card. Maybe every fight might be a finish, but yet again, every fight might be a decision, like Big E versus Gon card. That was ass. Yeah, I think somebody asked me earlier how many decisions am I expecting to see on this card, and I'm thinking 9 or sorry 7, probably 6 now with Farn and Nunes dropping off. So that's 6 out of 11 fights. Biggs Omega, he said it during the weigh-in stream. All right, all right. I'm on the MMA weekly stream. Let me flip back on over to MMA Junkie. PPV Dizzo, UFC has no recall for fighters to make these respective weights. Yep. Fighter Jazz, if they get fighter the night one missed weight, doesn't the fighter who made the weight get all the? I don't think so. If that's possible, then it probably would have happened with Mactestin Bahamundes, right? Bills Mafia. If you follow Cortez on FPU, then you'll see that she has been putting in the work with high level guys, including Henry Cejudo. So I don't think a little wake up would change the trajectory of that fight. Yeah, like people automatically just say, this fighter's going to lose, but let's not completely count them out. James Cord, fair and fight killed me on multiple bets. We knew she'd be bigger, but goddamn, yeah, way bigger. Pay per view does it got 4 decisions out of 11 fights. All right, I'm hoping we see some violence tomorrow. JB, how much did Farron actually miss by? Again, it was a catch rate of 139, so she officially missed by 8 pounds. Rufus got Gerald by sub. I don't mind that either. They can take away 20 to 20% of your purse. Yep, I agree. Rufus is saying this card is all about the dogs. Yeah, I could come through. I see a lot of live dogs, which is why I don't mind having to pivot from Zara Farin to somebody else. So I'll be looking to drop that very shortly. Are they getting Tracy to Wayne in the back? Because they moved the box of shame to the back. Yeah, I'm not sure. Seems like they have people crowding around the box of shame in the back. Sounds like somebody just got on. I think Tracy Cortez is on the scale in the background right now. I hope I'm not just seeing shit, but it looks like they're staring at the box. All right, let's see. Yep, they're weighing her in again. They just said that. Yep, Cortez is weighing in again. She missed weight again by half pound, so I guess she's just not sweating. Okay. All right. So does she still get a full hour? I'm not 100% sure. She weighed in at 143 the first time, meaning that she should have up until 243 to to cut that extra weight. Maybe she thought she had the time or did it. It just didn't work out. All right. I think they're about to start the stare downs very shortly. I see the guys getting lined up in the back. I don't know why I keep drinking water while I gotta go to the washroom still. Narco Cop asking under 2.5 in Sherman Arlovsky. I like it, man. I think Sherman lights up that lead leg, calf kick city, and then puts him away with some strikes. Andres Ferris saying card one with Fair Nunes off. Don't kill me. Narco Cop, the way Sherman fights is that kill or be killed. Yeah, I like it, man. Plus 120 on the under. I don't mind that at all, my guy. Thanks for the answer, Manny. 147. I got you. Biggs Omega is saying 5 out of 11 fights go to a decision. John Haas, Arlovsky by KO. What is that line? Arlovsky by KO is plus 510. Not too bad of a spot if you truly like it. Crazy Henry saying I'm going skins for the rest of the day. Don't kill me. Natch, remember Ryan Spann missed and weighed in after face-offs versus Shirkinov. Spann came in out and looked fine that time. Spann weighed in front of the stage. The issue though is Spann knocked him out quickly. Cortez is going to be in not a lot of time. Cortez is going to need 15 minutes to get it done, so she's going to have to rely on her gas tank a lot more than Spann did. That's the difference there. Crazy Henry, maybe she went for a half-pound dump like Mosley did. John Hess, where's Clint yelling at his dogs when you need him? I hear people saying she needs water. Ooh, did anybody else hear that? I did not hear that myself. All right, we got the stare downs going down. All right, let's see what these stare downs are saying. Burchak looking a little bit bigger than Gravely than I expected, but Gravely isn't the biggest guy at this division, obviously. Still expect Gravely to go out there and get his wrestling going. Dakota Bush taking on Austin Hubbard again. I think Austin Hubbard looks probably in the best shape that we've ever seen him, to be honest. I got to go back and look at his past wins as well, but most notably, it was obviously Dakota Bush looking like absolute shit on the scales. And yeah, I'm absolutely going to be changing my pick from Dakota Bush to Austin Hubbard. Yeah, I'm not sure who said GM3 looks bad, man. The guy looks in good shape, and he's big, man. Fabinski might get caught in something here. Mearshot sub, I think it was plus 250. I think that's a good spot. And Jessica Penne, Lupita Gomez, Godinez. Let's see what the size difference is here because Penne is definitely a taller fighter. Ooh, actually, it's not as much of a difference as I expected. Espino and Romanov. Great fucking fight, man. I can't wait for this one. Obviously, Espino looking in much better physical condition, but King Kong never looks in good shape, right? I thought the size discrepancy based on the metrics would look a lot more pronounced for Juan Espino, but it doesn't look that big. Quiche versus Cortez. Let's see how Cortez gets on the scale. She's walking fine. You know, Quiche looks cut the fuck up. She's strong for sure. Quiche slips off the stage. It looks like, but sticks the landing. Munoz versus Pena up next. Let's see how big this size discrepancy is for Luis Pena. He's always the bigger guy. Man, Munoz is stacked. Guy's cut up. Razak up at 185. Let's see how he sizes up against his first 185er that he's going up against. That sounded so redundant. My bad, guys. Malkoon looking like the bigger dude, as would be expected. But I fully expect Alisson to still go in there and crush him. All right, Chase Sherman or Arlovsky. Metrics say that Sherman is the bigger guy, which is surprising to me considering that Arlovsky is usually the bigger guy. Yeah, Chase Sherman's a big boy. Man, that under 2.5 is very enticing. I will say that. Close versus Stevens up next. Remember, Stevens going up in weight. And again, he fits 155. Oh, Jeremy Stevens with the shove against Jakar Close. That was a dumb move from Stevens. Okay. Completely dumbass move from Jeremy Stevens there. That was so dumb. Stevens fucking Jakar is like pissed. All right, main event Whittaker and Gastelum. Whittaker obviously the bigger dude. Gastelum wide as fuck as always. I think Whittaker looks fine, man. I'm not sure who's saying he looks sucked out or anything like that. Looks as he normally does. Stevens and Close getting into it, man. So now the question remains. Is are they gonna get Cortez to weigh in again? I'm assuming not. All right. That was a solid stream. Let's see what John Morgan says here. He should be giving us information on Tracy Cortez very shortly. Hoping Cortez chooses not to cut the weight. Oh. All right, there you go. Cortez will not re-weigh in. Just making sure it looked like somebody was coming over to talk to John. Yeah, so Cortez not weighing in again. She misses weight 126.5. Zara Farron obviously misses weight as well for that 139-pound catch weight. She misses by 8 pounds, and that fight is officially off. So the only person to officially miss weight that's going to be fighting tomorrow is Tracy Cortez by 0.5 points. All right, let's see what the chat is saying here, and then I'm going to get the fuck up out of here because my bladder is about to explode. A Loomis is saying we don't speak about odds anymore. Exactly. This is the new home for you motherfuckers. Fender Jazz saying Stevens has always been a cement head. Yeah, he has. Narco Cop saying that was crazy. I agree. Narco Cop, he shook Close. Yeah, Close was like, what the fuck, dude? He couldn't let it go. More with less is saying Jakar Close kind of looks like Eric Andre. Yeah, I absolutely see it. Narco Cop saying good luck. Good luck to you as well. Thanks, Lock of the Night, says my guy A. Loomis. I appreciate you stopping by. On the way out, please do hit that like, hit that subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed already either. I'll be doing this every weigh-in for the UFC. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was nice and informative, especially with the graphics and all that shit. So I'm looking forward to doing this moving forward. Biggs Omega reminding us that Cortez is not going to be cutting weight. Wangi77, peace out, Lock. Great streaming. Looking forward to the final weigh-in later tonight. Yes, please do remember 9 p.m. Eastern, Ultimate Weigh-In show right here on this channel. It's going to be me, Clint from Die Hard MMA Podcast, MMA Prediction Guru, and Bleed from Bleed MMA. So it should be a fun one. A little bit of an odds reunion, but on my channel because this is the new home for you guys. Appreciate you guys checking it out. JB, you think he'd be more professional with all that UFC experience? Yes, I agree. Under 2.5 and Close Stevens, they're going to throw down, possibly. Loomis, yeah, I def heard a lady in the background say when she gets off the stage, get her water right away. Interesting. Dog MMA, let's go. Fighter Jazz, going to have my post-weigh-in nap and high-carb meal much, and this is taking a lot out of me. For sure. All right. Like I said, 9 p.m. Eastern, right back here. That's in about 7 hours, just under 7 hours away. We're going to have a nice panel of guests for you guys, like I already announced for you guys earlier. And yeah, we'll break down the fights one last time for you guys. So make sure you guys check it out. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I'll see you guys at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. I appreciate you guys joining me and hope you guys enjoyed the stream.